As I was saying, I want to thank the press for coming out here today, because we know it's not easy to get mainstream media to cover struggles like this. Also, let's start this out and make one thing straight. This is not just a homeless encampment. This is a protest for housing. This is the most disadvantaged and marginalized people in this city calling for this city to provide permanent, affordable, safe, and accessible housing for all of its residents. But as soon as the city got wind that we planned to have a press conference today, you see what they did. The public cannot get within blocks of here because they don't want the people to see just how disgusting they actually treat their citizens. Housed or unhoused, we are still citizens. We still deserve the same basic needs that everybody else gets. All of this stemmed out of the uprisings that happened in June, the COVID pandemic that we are still going through, that has caused egregious. We see every day how the haves live and how the have-nots live. We see every day who has to struggle just to provide food and shelter for themselves and their families. We cannot allow for people to continue to be homeless and hungry and this city to do nothing.
What's your name?
Don't get distracted with that shit.
My name is Jamal Anderson. I am a member of Act Up Philadelphia, Refuse Fascism, the Pennsylvania Poor People's Campaign, and an Alliance for a Just Pennsylvania, a Just Philadelphia. Before I go any further, I would like to have one of the organizers who has been working with the camp to come up and say a few words. So, Karen?
We don't really like bullhorns, so thanks, Len. Yes, hold this space. The most important thing, I think, for us to say right now is that this is not the first attempt. This is not the beginning of an effort, nor is it the end of jack shit. The city of Philadelphia have been victims of a predatory housing market, of redlining, of discrimination, of racial injustice, of police violence, of state violence, of neglect, of abuse, of mismanagement for generations, and the people have resisted that for generations. We have been fighting for access to permanent housing for low and no income Philadelphians for a long time, and we are not going to stop until we get it for every fucking one of us. The media likes to really talk about who the leaders, the so-called leaders are. They like to talk about which organizations are taking up time on the mic and who have been here supporting these efforts. They like to talk about what the city says they're doing, what they says they provide, what they say the negotiations look like. But I'm here to tell you that the foundation of this movement, every movement, and all revolution is the people at the bottom who are the most affected and who hold everything else the fuck up. So whatever happens today, I just want y'all as the media to go away remembering the unhoused people did this. The unhoused people put this together. We built our kitchen. We brought in our porta potties. We worked with our community. We came together. We mobilized the community. We did this. You're here because of the people who do not have, fighting for all of those who should have. So don't you dare for a moment forget about us, because we are not going anywhere and we won't let you forget us. Thank you.
Thank you. I've only lived in this city for about 7 years. But in that time, there's one thing that is clear and has been clear, because when I got here, I was one of these people. When I got here, I had no home, I had no food, I had nothing. And what became very evident very quickly was Philly didn't give a fuck. Not one. I had case managers, I had outreach coming to me, I had all this other nonsense. But it wasn't until I had other people who were in the streets who helped me that I got anywhere. So we don't need to get this confused and conflicted and any of that other nonsense. This is about one thing and one thing only, and that's housing the people who need it the most. That is making sure that Philadelphia and this country lives up to its promise of life, liberty, and happiness. That is making sure that we hold the police accountable for every egregious action that they plan on committing today. Because if you think for 1 second that they're going to come in here nicely and nicely ask people to leave, then you ain't been paying attention to the homeless sweeps that happen around this city every fucking day. We have watched people in Kensington. We have watched people in West Philly, South Philly, and North Philly get their what few belongings they have thrown away, and they're carted off to start all over again. You are just taking advantage of the most marginalized people for what? A press opportunity? For somebody to get some more political clout? For a mayor who ran on ending the abatement, ran on ending stop and frisk, ran on making this a more just city, and has done none of those things? We, instead of waiting on Mayor Kenny to come to us, we took the party to him on Sunday. We went to his spot at 3rd and Race. We raised all kinds of hell. Do you think he had even the balls to put a reply in a paper? Send us something in writing, an email, anything? No. No, he acted like we don't exist, which is what the city continually tries to do. This protest started here and happens here because we know that this is a blight for this city. We are doing this here because we know if we take this parkway, the city has no choice but to pay attention to us. They can spend money to pave these streets once a year. They can spend money to up the police budget every time we turn around. But the city does not spend money to help homeless people. They use the federal government for that. Philadelphia puts no money into housing homeless folks. Philadelphia puts no money into the Philadelphia Housing Authority. That's all federal dollars. We can no longer sit idly by and be quiet and allow this to happen. Because the only way we're going to get it is if we demand it and we fight for it. That's how slaves got freed. That's how women got equal rights. That's why the LGBT community is now able to live without hiding in the shadows. And we will not go back. I hope everybody can hear me.
My name is Tanya Scott. Many know me as Tata. I am here today to defend my people, my brothers and my sisters. They don't have nowhere to go. And I experienced homelessness on and off for 4 years. I don't understand. Why are y'all trying to remove us? What are we doing so wrong? Are we invading on your homes? Are we disturbing y'all peace? Y'all have privacy. My people don't have privacy. They don't have a proper place to wash their behinds. They have to wonder when they're going to eat, where they're going to sleep, how they're going to properly use the bathroom. They're scared to get in front of these cameras. They're scared to ask for help because every single day, y'all walk past these same people that have been here as long as we did, before I was even born. This is evil, and it has to stop. It has to stop. I don't know what's going to go on today. I don't know what some pigs is planning on doing. But I'll lose my life for every last one of these people out here. And I'll do it over again and again and again. Because we built this. We need your help. If this was your family, your actual grandmoms, it's elders out here. It's veterans that fought in the war for us. And they're out here. What about them? What about the families? What about the pregnant women? People that are in hiding? What about all of us? We want to be seen too. We want to be helped. If y'all not going to help us, we'll stay out your way, but this is ours. This is our home. Don't take it away from us. City of brotherly love is a bunch of bullshit and y'all know it. It's built up. I'm not going to get into the details, but it seems like all they care about is the money, the fashion, the clothes, and all the shit that doesn't really matter. This is what matters. This is more than just Black Lives Matter. You got homeless people. You got LGBTQ. You got the whole motherfucking nation out here. This is what starts. This is us. This is our family. And if y'all feel that in your heart, y'all are family too. Be brave enough to fight with us, to defend us, because we're not going anywhere. That's all I gotta say.
How do you spell your name?
What was your question?
How did you spell your name?
Just list her as Tata. T-A-T-A.
My name is Mike Wilson. I'm a member of the Philadelphia Real Justice Organization, and I'm also a member of the Workers' World Socialist Party. I've been doing this for 20 years, maybe more, and this is one of the hardest protests I've ever been involved in, simply because I've spent well over 40 days down here with these people, and you get to know everybody. And they're no longer the people you see sleeping on the side of the bridge or asking you for a quarter downtown. You get to know their names, you get to know their personalities, you get to understand them as people. The measure of any society for what it's truly worth is how they treat their weak and vulnerable. This country is built on capitalism. And capitalism beyond capitalism. Capitalism on steroids. You know, this country is all about, if you can't get up at 5 in the morning and work till 9 and do every goddamn thing we tell you to do to get that money, then fuck you. It's really that simple. the vulnerable. This country, for many, many years, all my life, they've never, ever really made any attempt to take care of the poor, the vulnerable. And because most of these people, for a very long time, until globalization came along, and then poor white people started showing up in great numbers. Before that, it was always a black and brown thing. So it was really, fuck you. Simply put, it goes like this, and the mayor should hear this, the governor, and the goddamn president, and we don't care if it's Trump, Biden, or that crazy woman Biden brought in to help him, who did nothing but incarcerate poor people. We are going to fight for housing. We want the mayor to hear this very clearly. Hear this from us right now. We're going to fight for housing. And we're going to take housing. This is a war. This is a war from the poor. This is a war from those who are being left out in this society where Wall Street gets drunk on profits. We are going to fight, we're going to ask, but we're going to take. And we're going to make you challenge us nonstop. But we're going to challenge you nonstop. We're going to take housing, we're going to set up encampments. We're going to fight not just for housing, we're going to fight for health care, we're going to fight for child care. We're going to force this country to take care of its people.
And these are words from the people who are actually organizing this protest. These aren't dissenters, these aren't people who have infiltrated this. These are people who have been here organizing this from the beginning. We need to understand a couple things real quick. This press conference was originally called so that we could discuss what a coalition of groups have decided needs to happen before the city hires their next managing director. That person decides things like how much money goes into homeless services, how much money goes into the police budget, how much money goes into arts and cultural services, amongst other responsibilities. It used to be Brian Abernathy, but we ran him the fuck out of office. Mayor Kinney, we coming for you next. So you need to get it together and start listening to the people, because last time was a party. Next time won't be. Last time we was just calling you out. Next time won't be. We live in a society that touts its Judeo-Christian values. But Jesus fed the poor. Jesus housed the poor. Jesus said, what you do to the least of these, you do to me. So, how Christian is our society really? This society doesn't follow any Bible or any religion. They chase the green. It's all about the money. It's all about the clout. It's all about what I can do to make myself famous, or to put more than 6 figures in my account, and who can I hold down while I'm doing it. We get this story about if you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, then you can make something out of yourself in this society. But what they keep forgetting to tell you is that every single time people of color have done that, the government has come in and taken those boots. It looks like we have some clarity here.
Keep some energy over here, though.
But, excuse me. I appreciate what y'all are trying to do, but we have a press conference going on over here, so if you can wait your turn, it would be appreciated. That's half the problem right there. You are not on this side of this barricade. You have not been out here helping these people from day one. So don't come out here now and try to act like you're actually going to do something. There are so many churches in this fucking city that there is no reason that there should be homeless people.
We have the attention, please.
The press conference is over here.
The press conference is over here.
You're about to hear from people
I
who live
believe
out
that
here.
we will win.
I believe that 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 we will win.
Now that I have your attention, hey, can I get everybody's attention back this way? Hey, yo, can I get your attention back this way? Because this is what they've been doing to us for years. They're trying to silence us. They're bringing diversions in so we can forget why we're here. Because we're here for us. They never been here for us. I've been out here since the beginning. I don't even know why the cameras turned that way. But now that I got your attention, thank you. My name is Anthony Lloyd. I'm a resident of this encampment. I represent a percentage of returning citizens. I represent a percentage of people who suffer from mental health problems. And I represent a percentage of the homeless people you see in front of you today. Before I get into what I want to say, I want y'all to understand what's going on here. Because we're not just fighting for homes for the people that live out here. We're fighting for homes and equality for everybody in Philadelphia. Everybody who got off their ass and voted for these crooked officials who told us they were going to do everything for us and left us out to the wayside when they got their positions. Understand what goes on when you deprive people of housing. When you deprive people of housing, we become savages by circumstances. Understand what happens when you deprive people their rights. This shit is minuscule to what they owe us. It's minuscule to what they really owe us. All we want is housing. This shit is minuscule to what they owe us. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You're fucking right. All of y'all. This shit is real. Understand what I'm saying, bro? This shit is real. Because they've been oppressing us with our wages, and now they trying to do it with our housing. How the fuck are y'all gonna put us in houses that we can't even afford to live in? We can't afford none of this shit. They done took everything from us. And if y'all believe that what they doing is wrong, come stand with it, because they took it all from us. And what's gonna stop them from taking it from y'all the moment y'all can't pay a bill? Because that's what most of us out here for. We can't pay a rent because all these college kids moved into our cities. They gentrified our communities, raised the rent. Now the people that built the community can't even afford to live in this shit. Hey, what we talking about? What we talking about? That's what y'all taking from us. This shit right here is minuscule to what they owe us. We ain't asking for much.
How many jobs you got?
None. We ain't got no job. How many people live out here and got jobs? How many people out here apply for jobs? There we go. There we go. None. None. So if you believe what we standing for today is right, get up off your ass. This shit is real because it might not be just us. It could be y'all tomorrow. It could be y'all. Everybody. Stand with us.
This is from the people who live here.
My name's Carl Rose. I don't even know how to use it. Let me say this. Hey, man, Kennedy, you always a fucking thank you. The best thing that ever happened in Tent City, the Center City, was Tent City. We took these people down here. We got these people right. We got these people off of drugs. They no longer hang in Center City no more. People that work in Center City can actually walk down the fucking street. Man, Kennedy, you need to thank us, man. We put this together. We gonna keep fighting, man, Kennedy. I'm out here to fight. You don't know me, but you gonna learn me, motherfucker. I'm out here to fight, my nigga. I'm out here.
Hey, can I have your attention? You just heard from the people who live out here. I'm one of them too. My name is Norman.
you people don't know what's going on out here. What happens every day out here. You got organizations that come down here who feed people. We got a medical facility. We have hygiene classes. We have meetings over there. They have a committee here. They have people who have children in those tents over there. We have people who in city government down there who won't even come down here to give us assistance. We have all these religions, all these different kinds of people. But we in America. Philadelphia is the birthplace of America. Everything here should be provided for the poor people. Look at these people out here. You people got all this technology. But can we get some help down the Parkway? Why are you trying to move us out of here? You got housing authorities. You got all these organizations. You got all this social media. But you can't come down here and provide the support that these people need. Mental health, drug help. People need help down here. We got people who bring food down here every day. People who clean down here every day. What's up, man? Where are you at? You always talk about how you don't like Trump. Come down here and help the poor people out. Thank you for coming. We need your help and support. God bless you, everyone.